Hi everybody, welcome back to our accordion book, our Tim Holtz Inspired Accordion Book. And we've got 4 pages done, 4 sides. The back of those is not done. But we've been making good progress this week, I think. And I like each and every one of these 4 pages that we've done. So now this brings us to this one, and this is a special one because this is the cover. So we want something quite nice on there. Well, very nice if we can manage it. I'm just going to try for something quite nice today. No, we want something nice, but something that's not too 3-dimensional because it'll get caught. I'd like it to be something quite flat. So I've given a bit of attention to this problem this morning, and I've come up with something, and I hope you like it. Here's hoping anyway. This is going to be my background. It's not Tim Holtz at all, nothing to do with Tim Holtz, but look at it, it's gorgeous. Look at the texture in that paper. And what it is wallpaper. I mean, look at that. It's to die for, that paper. And what I did was I found a sample book. You know, the books that they have, they've got sort of rope around at the top for a handle, and they've got samples of all the wallpapers that are in a particular collection. And I happened to be in the right place at the right time when someone was selling one, and it's absolutely full of grungy type wallpaper. I mean, I love grunge, and I love the grungy side of life. I'm not entirely convinced I'd like to wallpaper my room in it. Excuse me, but obviously some people did, because when I looked to see how much it was £120 per roll, and that's going back a fair ways. So yeah, quite expensive. So this is going to be my background, so I can just pop that to the side whilst I build my page up. I will be using today VersaFine Vintage Sepia, as I normally do. And the first thing to do is just pop some ink around there. I don't really want loads of ink, but I do want to get rid of that white core of the paper. And in doing that, you do manage to get a little bit on the paper, and it just helps to age it maybe a little bit. So I know that some people are keeping up with me. I know Toby Henderson is. I think Judy is doing her best, but she's had to wait for supplies to come. Sorry about that, Judy. Right, so what are we going to build? Well, as you know, I like to put my Tim Holtz florals on it, but I'm at the end of all the ones that I like, so I've had to look elsewhere for florals for this page. And I've got this. It's a Victorian decoupage source book, and it's got 100 19th century scraps, embossed, pre-cut and ready to use. Now, Mr. F found me this in a charity shop. If ever you see it, grab it. It's fabulous. And I haven't really used it that much because, as I say, I've been using the Tim Holtz florals, but they're just fabulous. And there's loads of them. You know, this is what they look like. They're amazingly marvellous. Go back in there. I don't want to bend you. Yeah, so you get ones like this. I mean, even the border's gorgeous. But they are very, very Victorian. You know, more than sort of vintage or anything. The Victorian, they're all cut out, apart from where they join on to other ones just to hold them in the card, in the paper. Musical instruments. I need to put something light down here because you can't see it very well. Oh, that looks like a crafter launch that way. There, you can see that. I mean, look, for somebody who would be playing a violin, they're just marvellous. I love them so much. And this is an interesting one. This is all little people, little children. They're all holding something in their hands. So don't be surprised if you find me using that at some stage. This is another interesting one. It's children playing, and I really like that. It looks very vintage. I don't know why I'm showing you these because obviously I haven't got them, but I'd like you to see what I'm using. Victorian lady. There's some Santa Claus ones there. Some Victorian girls and boys, actually. Another Santa Claus one, which you might be glad of at Christmas time. And these smaller ladies. So yeah, there's lots and lots of goodies in there. I can't remember actually how much he paid for it, but I know it. You know, it wouldn't have been a lot, and it's just it's fabulous. I love it. So they live in there like that. Right. So having shown you all that, I can now show you. These are the flowers that I've selected from that pack that I want to use. So you can see they're nice. They go nicely with that turquoise paper, don't they? They're really lovely. And I have selected a paper doll. This is not the new minis. This is in the original set that I had. She looks like she's getting married, perhaps. So she needs to be surrounded by flowers. This is the rough draft of it. We'll tighten up on it as we go along. Then I've got this. This is one of these pocket cards that are part of the latest release from Ideology. They're so useful. So that's one side of it. That's the other. And actually I selected it because I thought this side would be the useful side. But when you put it in like this, you can see you sort of lose the definition there. So what I decided to do was to use this side, which suits me fine because I like that kind of juxtaposition of the very Victorian with very modern, really, numerals. So yeah, that's it. We're kind of getting it built up a little bit. Then I have, it's a plain red label from Tim Holtz, one of the ephemera snippets pack. And I want to put that there. And this is a mini marquee number. And I'm going to possibly staple that onto there, like that. And then I've just got a couple of snippets, which are going to go on there somewhere and somehow, but I'm not sure how or anything else yet. This is going to go along the bottom. It's another piece of the wallpaper. It's just the red version. And she'll stand on that, like that. And then I've got this. Now this is not Tim Holtz. It is, I can't remember now if it's Dina Wakley or Diane Reevely. I always get those two mixed up. But it's a washi tape in black and it's just got white numbers. And I thought that just a strip of that down there to complement this might be just the job. So let's get these glued into place. I'm going to have to get my tweezers again, guys, because enter stage left, lollipop stick. I still can't pick anything up. I need my nails to grow quick. So I don't actually want this to go all the way across, because then I think I just need to trim a little bit off it as well, height-wise, because then I think it's gonna be there, and I don't want that. So let's just trim one row of numbers off that we could then probably use for something else at a later date. So let's just get that squared up there and trim it off. Okay, I mean that's just useful, isn't it? Don't throw that out. Oh no. So I'm just going to trim a little bit off this, just to give us the right height. Let's just check that before we go on. Don't fall on my ankle. No, just talking to the Timmy trimmer. Yeah, that's fine, that's good. I might have even taken a bit too much off there, but I'm having this at the bottom, so I'm all right. I'll move that right up to the top. And that's it, straight down there. Right, this is a real proper, let's see where everything goes, and then I can start gluing. Actually, if I'm going to do that, I really need to ink first. So I'm going to ink, as I've shown you throughout this week, I'm going to ink this. I'm going to ink on the right side, but the flowers, the lady and label on the right side, those on the right side, but the flowers and the lady I'm going to ink from the back, as I've shown you, because I don't want these to become dull in any way. Having said that, I don't want to be able to see that white line around the edge either. So join me when I've finished doing all the inking, and then we'll put them together and see what they look like. Right, I think I'm inked. I think everything is inked. Time will tell as we go along. So let's put these where we really think they're going to go. And then, so I want that right up at the top, like that. Level with that, okay. I've got two different lots of flowers. These are the stems, so that's got to be the bottom of it, hasn't it? So let's put that there. And this one, stems are here, so let's put that there. Might have to be a bit of twisting around with these, I don't know, but we'll see. Let's place our lady on, see how she looks. I don't want that to come around her head particularly. Let's see if I put it like that. But I want that, no, I want that to not show a gap there. Yeah, I think it's going to have to be like that. That does look all right behind her head. And this one, I want it up under her arm. Like, and under her dress, like that. Yep. Yeah, that's all right, I think. Yeah, that's fine. That's good. Those two little bits are just going to go up there. This is moved across. And then this is going to go under... Oh, everything's on the move. Under there like that, but I do want to see the red... as much of the red outline as I can, and then the number will go on there. Right, okay. First thing is to stick this on. Yes, even I can see that, so let's pop that on first. It's almost a shame with these collage cards that they're double-sided, because both sides are gorgeous. And I think they're going to be the first thing that I run out of my new release products that I got. I mean, certain sizes you use more than others, I think. But because my this accordion journal is 6 inches, then I'm using quite a few of the tallest ones. There we go. Right, let's get this properly in place. Right up to the top. Right square down there. That's fine. So I have cut it slightly short there, as you can see. That was a mistake, but it's not a mistake of gigantic proportions, because we're going to stick that around the bottom, so we'll be okay. It'll all be all right. Right, so the next one is this one that goes at the top like that, but I probably want this stuck down first. This is where it starts getting a little bit complicated. I want that there, and I want this. Let's just try that and see what it looks like. No, I'm going to have to turn that around a little bit more, like that. And then I can get that in this gap here. Let's see if I can pull that out far enough to see the red line. Yeah, I can. That's great. So I want to stick that there. Don't move, people. Do not move. Because otherwise I'll be sticking this in the wrong place. Finally got round to doing my nails again today. They've been needing doing for so long. But they're done now. Right, so I'm going to slide this up under there. Under this lady's dress. That's it. And leave as much of the red showing as I possibly can. But make sure it's straight with that edge. There we are, I think that's it. Phew! that felt pressurised for some reason. Okay, we're all right, we're okay. That's going there, she's going there. I just don't want to leave little gaps, so they look not right. She's going there, so that's going to have to go there. Right, so let's stick this one down then. Yeah, I don't think there's a secret with collaging things. It's pretty much what looks right to your eye. And we all see things differently. You might be quite happy to leave spaces around things. Whereas I don't particularly like it. But there is no right and no wrong. Well, that would have been wrong because it would have been upside down. Right, let's slide this in here. Just to come up a little bit to about there. Yeah, I'm happy with that, that's fine. The stress of this accordion book. No, it's not stressful, it's fun. Really? Right, so she's going to go there, and that's just perfect. I'm happy with that. So now we need to place this one. They're lovely and bright, these, aren't they? They're real Victorian scraps. Well, they're not real, obviously. They're in a book. But, you know, they've got that Victorian look to them. I mean, if you've still got some Tim Holtz florals left, use them. It's just, I'm all out. I'm all out. Right, let's put some glue on this. And then we'll try and position it where it needs to go. So yeah, this is the cover, remember. So, you know, we're trying not to put 3D stuff in it and on it. Right, let's see now where this needs to go. Let's try that there. I had to move the lady because I couldn't get the thing in. Yeah, I think that's about right there. So is that needs to come in a bit more. To a little bit more, just so that's it. Happy with that. Happy with that, guys. And we haven't even got anything sticking out over the edge. Blimey, what's going on? Let's make sure that everything's nice and firmly attached, and then we can, I'm going to put this on because I might have to do a bit of thinking. Do I need to stick this on before I stick the lady on? It's very possible. And I'm wondering whether to put it on with the tiny attacher. Okay, I've wondered, and the answer is no. I'm going to use glue. I do like the tiny attacher. I do like using it as well. And there is a place where it's perfect, but I just didn't think that it was here. So this number can be a 6 or a 9. I'm having it as a 6, but you don't have to. You could put a different number entirely on there. Right, she is going to there, I believe. This is where she's hanging about. I've just got this shape here, and I'm just trying to fit that into that part of a dress, just so there's no gap behind it. There you go. She looks okay. I can still see the red box around there, which I'm happy about, you know, even up into there. That's in a good position. Yeah, okay. So I'm happy with that. Let's press that down. Like that, okay. So the next thing to do is put the sort of the baseboard, if you like, on. And it's just really a bit of ground for her to stand on. So that'll go like that, and she'll be standing on it. And by Jove, I think we're about right. So I'm just going to run along there. I'm not running anywhere. I'm not moving. I'm not leaving my seat, so I'm not running. Along the top here with a bit of ink. And along the bottom as well. As I say, it's not really to ink the thing, it's just to get rid of the core. So let's put some glue on, get it stuck on. Well, Mr. F's been shopping today. He's been around the charity shops, does the grocery shopping, and then his reward for doing the grocery shopping is a trip round the charity shops. And today he's brought me some fabulous buttons, really lovely mother of pearl ones, which I'm delighted to have in all sizes. There's big, there's little, all sizes. So he's done well, so he can have some dinner. Just trim off your excess like that. There we go. Right, just make sure that's properly stuck down, then we can affix our lady. So once you've selected, somebody was asking the other day on the group, if you're not a member of the group, it's Miss Paint-A-Lot's Junk Journal group. You will be asked 3 questions when you come to join. Please answer them, otherwise I'm afraid your request will be declined. But it's a really nice group. There's lots going on. We're doing tags at the minute, and each Sunday I give you a tag prompt, and the good ladies and gentlemen of the group post their tags throughout the week, and then I show you how I've made mine on a live broadcast on a Sunday. And I started off saying something else completely, and now I've forgotten what it was. I can't remember what I was saying. Right, let's butcher across a bit to there. Butcher back a little bit. Down maybe a touch. I think that's good. Yes. She looks all right there. Festooned with flowers. Not a bad thing to be. There we go. So she's nicely stuck down, our numbers stuck down. The only things really that I've got now to dress it up are these 2 little tiny snippets that I've got, and that washi tape. Oh, I thought I'd lost it. It's here. Oh dear. So let's see, does it start at 0? No, it doesn't. It starts at 17 or something like that. Oh well, it'll be what it'll be. So I'm just going to add a bit down here, not right on the edge, Going to have to be a bit taller than that. To there and down. Just to there where the red comes in. And that, I don't want that over my leaf at all, so I'm going to have to cut that because there's not enough to tear. It's still a bit long. I'm going to glue this down eventually anyway. That's fine. Because I'm distrustful of washi tape. Not sure that's even straight, to be honest. I'd say it's not. So let's take that off, put a little bit of glue on the back, because you saw how easily that came off there. We don't want that. Make sure it's fixed for good and ever. It's stuck to my thumb now, it doesn't want to leave. There we are, right. So I think that was where I had it, up to there. Let's try and get that square down that side. Yeah, is that square? I think that's square. And I like that because it's numbers in black and white, which echoes this. And there's just a little bit there that needs to come off. Otherwise it'll annoy me for the rest of all times. That's it. That is it. As my grandma used to say, if a job's worth doing, it's worth doing well. Yeah. So let's just press that down so we know that it's going to be all right. I quite like this. It came in a set of 5, I think, or 7. You know, some letters, some numbers, whatever. And I like it. Right, so what I need to do next, what do I need to do next? I want to just pop these two on, and I'm going to glue them, but I'm not going to use that board, that's a mucky board. I'm going to use my faux sellotape, faux aged sellotape. It is proper sellotape, but I age it with alcohol inks, as I think I said yesterday. Now, it's not sticky enough to actually stick these down in any meaningful way. So they're just going there, kind of like that. And I'm going to stick them down, and then I'm going to put some of this over it so it looks like this is what's sticking them, but it's not. If you get my drift. Yeah, no, what I was saying, I think, was that once you've decided what your elements are, you're there. You're absolutely there. But deciding, when you've got a myriad of things, which fortunately I have at the moment, it's really difficult deciding what you're going to include, even what your composition of your page is going to be. So what I would suggest, if you find yourself in that situation, is you go shopping your stash. Go around your craft room, your craft space, your box that you've got your stuff in, whatever it may be, and select somewhere between, say, 8 and 12 things that you like. And I know we like everything, that's, you know, but on some days you feel like you might like a bird. Other days you might like a paper doll. Some days you might like flowers. Whatever it is, select, get yourself a selection out of your stash of 6, 8, 10, 12 things, no more than 12. Otherwise you'll start getting confusing yourself. And spread them out on your desk, and then just stop messing. Start putting this here, and what would happen if I put that there? No, I don't like that. What about that? And I'll guarantee you, out of the things you've selected, you will have a really good page composition. You might have to fiddle around a bit, but that's fine. That's what we like doing. And at the end of it, you won't feel as stressed as you do when you've got everything, all the toys out the box, because that's just too much. It's just too much. You can't decide. So since I've got my new Tim ideology release stuff, that's what I do. I select some for myself on that day, and that's what I use. Right, so here's my 4H sellotape, and I'm just going to tear it, because it looks so much better once it's torn. I'm cutting into it at an angle and then tearing it, so yeah, that turns out looking quite nice. I don't know how much of it I need. I need about that much. So let's cut that there. You can see you only use tiny bits of this, so it does actually last a really long time. Actually, you can do it any colour. I do this. I actually saw Tonya Samuels doing this. Tonya Samuels has got a fantastic YouTube page. She's just such a lovely girl. She's a joy to watch, and the things she produces are just beautiful. So if you get a chance to go and watch Tonya, do so. She's fabulous. And it's Tonya. I always misspell it and make it into Tanya, but it's Tonya Samuels, and that's the name of her YouTube channel. So let's just pop this down here, like as if it's holding them in place, which we know it's not. Yeah, that would be my best advice to you. Don't let yourself be overawed by all the beauty that lies in your drawers. That didn't sound right, did it? That sounded not right at all. But I mean, I've got so much storage here, and it's absolutely full of beautiful things. And if I let myself just have free rein, you know, sat down here and don't watch that, but you know, no, it wouldn't work. It wouldn't work. So there we are. I think that is done. I like it. It's nice and bright for a cover. I might consider putting I don't know what you call them, these things. These chipboard pieces, quote chips I think they're called. Yeah, quote chips. Let's just remove the journal a minute and see what we've got. I quite like Enjoy the Journey. Oh, it's not going to work, is it really? It's too big. Make a Wish. I don't know if I want one at all now. I love this Objet Trouvé. I put that on a journal I made last year. I quite like it. I think actually what I'm going to do is stick this on. That's the thing to do, and then see what it looks like. So I'm going to use my Cosmic Shimmer. I'm not going to use my, my Cosmic Shimmer's in an empty mood. I was just about to say to you there, I'm not going to use my Collall because it'll strip the nail varnish off. But I might have to yet if this decides not to play ball. No, there we go. It's just a while since I used it and it gets quite warm in here, so. I don't know how this wallpaper is for sticking down actually. I mean, its function in life is to be stuck down to a wall when you think about it, so you'd think it should be alright. I can only hope. Right, let's pop the lid back on there. Let's just check that we are the right side up. This is up and this is up, and pop that on there. And squish it down with all your might. Let's get the towel out. I feel like I can get more force when I've got the towel. Don't know why, I just do. There we are. So there's the cover and the 5th page of our journal. Wow, isn't she stunning? She is stunning. And let's just see if we want something. Be true. Is that the right place for it? Or would it be better sort of there? I think possibly there. Maybe even a little lower. Like that. Yeah, I think that's the place. We've got Make a Wish. Excuse me. Right, let's put the ones that are possibilities there. Lucky, I'm not so keen on that. Seek. Lucky is a state of mind. Lost, I'm sure you've got these already and you don't need me to read every single one. Be brave. Yeah, no. Stay curious. Story. Is that too clumpy for there? Yeah, maybe a bit. What else have I got? In my heart. That might be nice. Bearing in mind she looks like she's just about to get married. Love this life. Choose to shine. Remember this. Heart and soul. That's quite nice. Right, okay. So, heart and soul. Yeah, quite like that. In my heart. That's maybe a bit long, actually. Make a wish. I quite like that one. I keep coming back to that one. Or be true. Which one? Oh dear, I don't know. I think I might go for be true. Be true. Quite like that. Right, so what I'm going to do, if I can find... This is a bit of an afterthought, so I'm not kind of organised. I'm going to get some sandpaper. And just, because it's hard to get colour to stay on this the way it is, and just take off the edges a little bit. You can take some off the top as well, but be careful that you don't take all of the writing off. It does come off quite easily, so be careful. Right, so there we are. Now I'm just going to add a little bit of colour to that, and for that I'm going to use my crayons. Maybe the bright, no, maybe a turquoise, no, maybe a pink. What's this one? Abandoned coral. I think that one might be the right sort of colour. Yeah, let's go for abandoned coral. So, oh, everything's all gluey. So just put this over the whole thing. Make sure you go around the edges where you've sandpapered. Like so. There we go. And then I'm just going to rub it off. I'm going to use a little bit of my kind of fluffy towel and just rub it off. And in rubbing it off, you're also rubbing it in. So you're leaving some of that colour behind, but not much. So that's what it looks like. That's nice, I like that. I'll hold it up for you to have a look at. So you can see we've got the colour on it, but it's nice. That I'm just going to take a little bit more off that top. There we are. So, yeah, that looks just loads better being coloured. Yeah, okay. Now, I don't want to, what I was thinking there was I could wind some twine between those letters and put a charm off them, which is what I would sometimes do with these word things. But this is the cover, so I don't want things flapping around that could get caught. So I'm not going to do what I've just suggested to you. If you're not doing your cover, you might want to add charms and stuff. There we go, that should be good. So where do I want that? About there. And I'd quite like it to be straight if I could get it straight. I think that's straight. Let's just get the ruler out. I know, sorry, but I just can't see straight. That's straight there. Yeah, you know, it was pretty close. Pretty close. Lovely, that's it. Right, I'll put some clips on it, I think, after we're done. Although, to be honest, without glitter glue, nothing will happen to it. So there we are, ladies and gents. I offer you today's page. I hope you like it. She is very bright, but I really like this down here. I love the numbers that you can see there behind it, and I very much like this wallpaper, actually. So all things being equal, I quite like her. And when I find my embossing glazes, I might come back actually and glaze maybe a flowers or something like that. But at the moment, I do not know where they are. They are on the absolute missing list. So there we are, guys. That's our cover. And so next time we start going back the other way. It's exciting, isn't it? 5 more days and we'll be there. Wow. So thanks for joining me today. I really appreciate your company. I hope that you enjoy watching, and I hope that some of you, apart from Judy and Toby, who I know are doing this, will join in and give it a go. You know, use up things you've got. You don't have to be using the same as me, but you can use a similar layout. So see you soon, guys. Take care. Bye.